rocking them jump off.
Little ACDC getting it started.
Little ACDC never hurt nobody, dude.
Not at all.
What's up, Diesel Dan?
What's up, Frage?
Fucking killing it. Sunday, last show of the year. We'll get to some what's ups and then we'll introduce Dan here. So what's up to Kate Callender, Mike Shavara, or Shavir, I'm sorry, Mike. Kayla Castillo, Josh Palmer, Keegan Hess, Aaron Coleman. Special what's ups to these. They're all in a group together. Brian Bergier, Kent Johnson, Charity Coleman, Mark Castaneda, and old school Diedrich Allen. And then,
what's up, guys?
And then our special listener subscriber this week is Martha Raines, spelled Raines. She's from Aptos, California. Aptos to all the people that don't know.
Go there, man.
Yeah, and then she's 47 years old. She went to Galt Middle School from 83 to 84. She runs a catering business in Santa Cruz, and she's also a chemical artist. So what's up, Martha?
What's up, Martha Raines?
You know, good shit. So what's up, man?
What's up, Frage?
You see Weller's gone this week. I got my man Dan right here. Started out, this guy, I remember he came into work. We worked together. And I remember the first day he came in, I came home from work, and I told my first wife at the time, I was like, oh, we got some fucking guy from Santa Cruz, thinks he knows everything. I really wasn't shining on this guy at first, and then we started working. We went to a couple outages and shit together, and then, well, you know, he became one of my friends, and then he became one of my best friends, and then we were best friends, and then fucking we lived together for a while. We bowled and partied together for a while, and then he's my brother now. He's not my best friend anymore. He's my brother, so
that's right.
That's the way friendship progresses. You know, if you have really good friends, you become friends, best friends, and then brothers, and then once you're family, like we've done all kinds of family functions. We're gonna get into a pretty good camping story from the past, but love this guy. Thank you for showing up, man. Go ahead and tell people who you are, what you're about, bud.
Well, I've actually been mentioned on this show a few times. Sorry, rookie.
Yeah.
I said, man, from Santa Cruz originally, moved to the Sacramento area about 20 years ago now, and known this guy ever since. A little hungover today. Frazier did it to me from Friday. So, man, I just
hung over from Friday to Sunday.
Yep. So looking forward to hanging out with you guys.
Right on, man. So we're gonna knock some shit out. This guy's good, man. We're gonna have a good time. So what do you want to start out on, man? Let's close out introductions.
Well, what do we got?
You can go anywhere.
We're not going to go right into broken arm.
All right.
That one takes a little warm up.
You got to chub it up before you just don't stick
absolutely.
it on. Yeah,
no,
you got to lick it a little bit. Yeah, I get you.
Put a little lotion on it at least. Let's go to the fight last night.
Oh, fucking okay. So we're gonna do year-end review shit since this is the last show of the year. So let's do year-end review fights, man.
Yep.
So I just watched it. And you seen it last night, the Nunes Cyborg fight.
Oh, man. I'll tell you what, not the biggest fight fan in the world, unless there's the big fights going on. You know, the McGregors and the Dylan Shaws.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, I walked into the house this fight was on. There's probably about 8 seconds before the knockout, so I got to see the money. The
fucking
money
perfect
shot,
timing, dude.
I know this might offend some people, but I'm going to say it. She does not hit like a girl. And when I say like a girl, that's exactly what I mean. There's a difference between the way a girl hits and a man hits. That Nunes, she hits like a man, and she hits hard, dude. It was beautiful.
She don't fuck around, dude. You seen it? And, you know, there was this, it was like Tyson back in the day. Nobody wanted to fight Tyson, dude.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? Because you knew you were going to get fucking knocked out if you fought Tyson.
Right.
But once Buster Douglas cleaned his clock, then that opened the door for everyone else.
Right.
Well, fucking now that Cyborg got knocked out, it's going to be the same way for her. Just like Ronda Rousey. Remember Ronda Rousey was fucking nobody wanted to fuck with her.
Yep.
Holly Holm knocked her ass out.
And then she got her spirit broken, man.
Yeah.
And she hasn't been the same since.
And I don't know, maybe Cyborg knocked off the steroids or something, dude, because her head looked a lot bigger,
Right.
but her body didn't look as swelled up as before. But yeah, I give Nunes props, man. She
Yeah.
fucking though. I mean, she kind of started off with a little haymaker kind of action, and it was kind of loose. But then after that, I mean, she banged on her like at least 5 or 6 times before the fucking.
Yeah. I mean, give it up to Cyborg's chin too. I mean,
Yeah.
she took 4 or 5 big shots before she went down, but I mean, she got knocked out.
And I think what happened too was when Cyborg hit Nunes, because she got in a couple of shots. But once she hit Nunes, that like woke Nunes up, and she's like, "Oh fuck, it's on, bitch!"
Right.
And fucking, yeah, I'm totally down. That was a good fight, man.
Yeah.
I didn't see it last night, but thanks to technology, I watched it this morning. So some other fights for this year. I loved it, man. Dillashaw and Garbrandt, they were on the Ultimate Fighter as coaches, and then they, fought a couple times now, and Dillashaw's fucking knocked Garbrandt out both times, man. And I know Garbrandt got Dillashaw, so, I mean, I'd like to see a third fight of them fighting, but I'm pretty sure Dillashaw fucking beat Garbrandt. But that was on our list for fucking fights. And then boxing, this just happened a couple weeks ago, and I think it was the best fight of the year was Fury versus Wilder.
I didn't see it, man. You told me about it. I can't wait. I'm gonna
Dude,
put technology to work.
watch it, man. And Fury fights like a fucking schizophrenic ADD guy. I mean, he's not your typical boxer, dude. And for a big man to be moving the way he does and shit, I mean, like you're a big guy, dude. You're almost 6'8". I mean, you're 6'4".
Plus or minus 4 inches.
Yeah. But you're a big guy, but you're still graceful. I mean, when you do shit, you got style and grace when you do it. Like J-Bone. J-Mo's the same way, man.
Right.
It's not awkward. Like, you guys move. And this guy fits that bill, dude. He moves and shakes, and I don't know. It's a great fight. I'll watch it again, dude.
Nice.
And they're going to fight again. I have no idea how it came out a draw.
Right.
There's always that one fucking judge that fucks shit up,
Yeah, that's why I stopped watching boxing. Boxing is horrible. You can watch a 10-round fight, and the guy will kick the other dude's ass for 8 of the 10 rounds.
Yeah.
And if he's the favored guy, he wins.
Yeah.
It's obviously fixed.
It is, man. And then that's why I put a push. I wrote IBO, WBC. I wrote the different boxing. Remember, I sent you the email
Right.
and shit about posting the fucking card after each round.
Right.
Each judge posts their shit. We got the technology, man. Tell me
Yep.
you can't do it. It would keep boxing from being
And
fixed.
put their names on there. The judge's name. This
Yeah.
judge, this is what he...
Or
what he
even,
gave that round.
Judge 1, Judge 2, Judge
Right.
3, whatever. And then too, as a boxer, I think you would fucking say, even in MMA, there's no doubt. Like, oh, fuck, I lost that round.
That's why UFC is as big as it is. People gave up on boxing, and then you got UFC where there's no doubt who won this fight.
Well, there's some UFCs that are kind of fixed too, man. Like,
But the majority of them end
yeah, no,
in knockout, submission,
yeah.
or dude just got his tail kicked,
Yeah.
for 2 rounds.
Well, see, I think maybe Ronda Rousey, when she was coming up and doing her thing, she kind of had some fights that were, I don't know. She was a one-trick pony. Like, she could fucking, what was it?
Submit like crazy.
Yeah, she was doing chokes, right? Like,
Right.
she would fucking choke everybody out. Like, you knew if you got it, you were going to get choked out. So,
Right.
But once Holly Holmes knocked her ass out,
Right.
she lost it. And she lost a draw, too. I mean, Nunes is probably too tough to be the fucking new draw because she's going to kick whoever's ass gets in there with her, dude.
She's got 2 belts now, dude. She's the champ in 2 different weight divisions.
Fuck, she's bad, dude.
She is awesome.
Yeah.
Her girlfriend was pretty hot too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always what ifs,
No, dude, yeah.
You know? I remember a little story, dude. You want me to tell a little story?
Why not? What is it?
Hey,
We didn't talk about this, man. I don't see it on the board.
It wasn't on the board, but
No.
you remember when we were bowling and we used to bowl with a person that was going to go through a transformation, right?
Yeah.
From woman to man. And we used to get lit up when we were bowling. I mean, we were in our early 30s or late 20s maybe. And fucking...
Right through divorces, right in the middle of all that.
We both got divorced at the same time. It was fucking... We had a pretty good fucking year or two.
Besties, dude.
It was good shit. We used to fucking wake up and go to work together and shit. But so we're at bowling this one night and we start talking. It was her at the time, and we're like, "Hey, you're gonna retire that pussy at some point. Nobody's gonna use it. So why don't you just let us bang it out? Let's have a good time before it
I
happens."
could not believe I heard those words come out of your mouth, dude.
I know, but then
But then the more and more I thought about it was a great idea.
yeah, I mean, just close it down. Like the end of the year, let's just close this down. But she wasn't into it, and then she said, "Well, once I get my equipment, you're gonna let me bang out your butthole." And I was like, "Oh, no, that's in game, in the conversation." But little side story. So, what do we got else into the year, man? Movies. Have you seen that Birdbox?
I haven't seen the Birdbox, dude, and I keep seeing all the stuff on Facebook and hashtags this, and I didn't even know it was a movie. I had to ask my son what Birdbox was. I thought it was a new position.
Because they got memes and all kinds of fucking shit for it. But I liked it. I gave it like an 83 out of 100.
Yeah?
But I like Sandra Bullock, man. I want to see her naked.
What was the plot?
So basically, you remember the movie The Happening? Okay, it was an M. Night Shyamalan movie, and it's kind of M. Night Shyamalan-ish. Okay. But so just out of nowhere, like London, people just start committing mass suicides. It's not like they're hurting other people; they just start killing themselves and shit. Mm-hmm. So basically, there's like this invisible thing. I don't want to give the story plot away, but there's some invisible thing out there that if you look at it, like eye to eyes with it, something so beautiful, like you do crack, or make your mind just is so awesome,
right? And
then fucking, or you run out a window and you just kill yourself. So they learn like not to look at it,
right?
And that's where they start wearing blindfolds and shit like that.
I gotta see it. Is it on one of the?
It's on Netflix. Netflix made that movie.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I don't know if you noticed that, but a lot of those places are making their own movies and shit now.
Yeah, why pay a production company or HBO or Paramount Pictures to put their movie on your platform? Yeah. Just make it yourself.
Like YouTube, you watch any of the Karate Kid?
Mm-mm.
So they got a new season. There's a whole season of the Karate Kid, and it takes place when Johnny and I forget Ralph Macchiano's name in Karate Kid, but
it wasn't Danny, was it?
Daniel LaRusso, yeah.
Daniel LaRusso, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder why I remembered that.
So Daniel LaRusso's like a big-time car dealer, salesman guy, and Johnny's a fucking alcoholic, carpenter, handyman kind of deal, and he starts up fucking Cobra Kai again, dude.
Yes.
And I think that's what it's called. Maybe it is called Cobra Kai. But it's on YouTube, and YouTube produced it and made it and all that shit, dude.
Dude, I don't know how you have so much time to watch all these movies, all these series. Do you sleep?
Dude, it's my phone, dude. Fucking, first couple hours of work, generally it's fucking IR coverage, so I ain't got nothing to do.
You got the sweet shift.
Yeah, if I ain't got a fucking good book, like if I'm not reading a good book, I'll watch shit on TV, dude. Or it's way cheaper than going out every night.
Yep.
Fuck that.
Oh, yeah.
But okay, so I think the biggest movie this year was Black Panther, dude. You see that?
Man, I didn't see it.
You didn't see Black Panther?
Dude. Black Panther.
Dude, okay, so it aside from it being obviously a black film, right? And it's a film about empowering women because the Black Panther's army, all his army, is basically chicks. But they're badass chicks, bald-headed chicks that can fight and shit. But it's a fucking good movie. I give it like a 94 out of 100. I mean, it's good, yeah. And then you get this perspective too, like, I mean, I've thought about this before. There was one John Travolta movie where everything's reversed. Like, the white people are like the 12% of the population, and the blacks are like, 80% of the population. So all the movies are black movies, and all the superheroes are black superheroes, and then the villains are like white people and stuff. Well, this movie does that. It shows you that, like, the where they're from. They're like the most dominant people. They're the smartest. They have the best technology, all that kind of shit. And I like it, but I think there should be a more evening out of, black-white films. Like, what do we have? Black Entertainment Television. OWN is Oprah Winfrey Network. one TV. There's a few channels for blacks, but Weller told me one time, he's like, the reason it's like that is because the population is only 12% black. So,
Right.
but I don't feel like we have 12% black movies.
No, the best that's done in the entertainment industry is commercials.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, you see a commercial. I don't care if it's for Crest. You know, it's a blended family.
Yeah.
Or the Hyundai commercial features a black family.
Or I've noticed too, you got Hispanic commercials with just Hispanics in there, or
Right.
Asian with just Asians. And McDonald's does that too. McDonald's will have just an Asian commercial, or
Right.
but yeah, we're still a long way from being all one people, dude. We are.
There's something to be said. I think it was who is it? Who's in Pulp Fiction?
Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson. He said the way to stop racism is to stop talking about it.
Yeah, it could be. Well, that's what, like.
Because when you talk about it, all it does is it pisses everybody off. You know, and I'm sitting here saying, well, I'm not racist. And now I've got a chip on my shoulder. And then the black person, well, you don't know what it's like to go into a store and have people look at you cross like you're going to steal something. You know,
Yeah.
It's a huge issue, but it's not on the board.
But I'll tell you with that, man. I felt that the other night when we went out and I was dressed as Santa. I'm serious, man. Everybody was looking at me
Right.
like I was a cuckoo bird or something like that. But I felt what it was like, man. Like, and I've also felt that when me and Chad first went to school down in L.A., we got on the school bus and it was all black kids. There was no Hispanics, no Asian. It was all black, and me and Chad.
Well, at that restaurant where we wore our Christmas outfits, I was going to the bathroom and I had a onesie on with cowboy boots, big old belt buckle, and a cowboy hat. And my onesie had the printout of a nice chiseled
Chest,
hard body.
yeah.
So I'm walking out of the bathroom, and this girl's walking out of the bathroom. The doors face each other. And she looks at me, her eyes get big, and she goes, "Holy gayness." And like walked away, and I'm like, "You bitch." You know?
Hi.
But I was like, I think I just got stereotyped.
Yeah,
Dude.
she thought you were hella gay,
Yeah.
dude.
It's hella gay.
That's funny. Okay, I looked, man. There's not too many fucking badass movies that came out this year.
Mm-mm.
I'll tell you one that was, and I've never heard a lot of people talk about it, but Three Identical Strangers is a good movie, dude. It's kind of a documentary kind of movie. You know
Right.
what I mean? One of those kind. But back in the 70s, they had this, maybe it might have been late 60s, they had this program where they were trying to decide if people are the way they are because they're born in a rich family or they're born in a poor family. You know, given circumstance, what
Right.
kind of person they would be and shit. Well, there's these three triplets, dude, that are split up at birth. And one's given to a rich family, one's given to middle class, one's given to a poor family.
This is real.
It's real. It really happened, dude. And so the first two meet, they had a chance meeting. And I think one of them's picture was in the newspaper. And so they're all living within like 60 miles of each other too, but they never run into each other, you know? Oh, this is exactly what happened. So I think it's a really rich kid, decides to go to a community college, and the middle class kid goes to a community college. And the first day the middle class kid shows up, everybody on campus is like, "Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? This and that." And he's like, "Oh, fuck, this is a great fucking college, man."
Nice.
Yeah, and then he goes to his room, and his dorm mate or roommate tells him like, "Holy fuck, man, how are we roommates? I thought you were rooming with the other guy, right?" And he comes to find out he has an identical twin.
Wow.
Walking around the campus, same haircut, same clothes, all that kind of shit. So that story goes to the newspaper, and then they have this cute story about these guys meeting. Then the third one sees that in the newspaper.
Wow.
And dude, they were on Donahue. I mean, this was big. It was big time. We were just
is
we were little kids, so we didn't understand what was going on. But it's a pretty good movie, man. But
how did they turn out? I mean, were they all in similar places in life? Did they
Dude.
like because there's a poor, medium, rich.
I don't want to spoil
Or
it
the
for
other-
you, dude. Fucking watch it, but I'll tell you what, dude. It's so weird when you see them and they're sitting by each other and like one crosses their legs and the other one does it, or
Right.
they all smoke camels. They all like to drink fucking wild turkey. You know, I mean, even though they grew up different ways, they have all this shit that is inherent that they fucking learn through their DNA or whatever. It's a cool movie, man.
3 Identical Strangers.
3 Identical Strangers. I'll tell you what, it's a fucking tearjerker, dude.
Really?
It'll fucking get you to. I'm like, Mama was crying, but you know I try to be hardcore.
My kids make fun of me. I cry on movies, dude.
Yeah.
Movies and commercials. You know what's the worst is that Extreme Makeover Home Edition.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Every time at the reveal, I'm sitting there and I got both my kids sitting there staring at me, fucking cracking up, and I'm getting pissed. Knock it off! Knock it off! Whatever.
But yeah, that's a fucking one that went under the radar. It's pretty good. Blind Spotting, that's a pretty good movie. Ready Player One, it's kind of different. Kind of the kind of movie like you thought about that shit as a kid, but they made it into a movie now. And then
Daddy's Home 2.
Daddy's Home 2.
Dude, I didn't even want to watch the movie. I saw the first one, disappointed. I mean, it was kind of funny, but
Yeah.
dude, Daddy's Home 2, I watched it 3 times in a week span. Seriously.
Hey, it's what happens, man. Sometimes you get hooked on a movie, man. There's a different kind of animation out there. It's not the Pixar. It's not fucking cartoons. But one of them's Fantastic Mr. Fox. And then they remade a movie this year called Isle of Dogs. And that's the different kind of animation. Kind of Gumby-ish. Or you remember how they did like Claymation or
Right.
Rudolph? Or
Yep.
it's one of those kind of movies, but that came out this year.
Dude, what about the Lion King?
Lion
Have you
King,
seen
yeah.
that?
No,
It looks real.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
The animals look real.
like they
Oh,
did with
shit.
Jungle Book.
Exactly.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either. But shoot, that'll close out movies. Let's see, people that died, dude.
Oh,
I think everybody has their own fucking people. Like when Prince and Bowie died in the same year. I mean, that was 2 years ago.
right.
Fucking that was big for me because I love Prince and Bowie. But this year we got to me the biggest one on there is probably Stan Lee, dude, creator of Marvel.
Right.
Fucking, I mean, look at like Black Panther. Fucking some of the best movies: Avengers, Captain America, Spider-Man. Fucking that guy died, dude.
To me, the biggest one is George Bush. You know,
Oh,
and
yeah.
him and his wife, they both died this year. But George Bush is the first president that I remember and paying attention to as a president.
Yeah,
Like, I slightly remember Ronald Reagan.
yeah.
some
But
things,
we were kids, yeah.
But George Bush was the one.
No, agreed, man. Yeah, and he was a one-term president, so
Mm-hmm.
made it a little harder to get his shit. But I do remember he said that, read my lips, no new taxes. And then he fucking raised taxes.
Yep.
He raised taxes knowing that he was going to be a one-term president.
Right.
And that's what I don't get about how Obama made it. Because I voted for Obama the first time.
So did I.
But the second time, fucking, when, you know, because you know as well as I do, we had a healthcare plan where we paid nothing.
Right.
Zero. That was one of the perks of our job, was to have healthcare that cost us zero.
Right. And then they got their foot in the door.
Yeah, once they said, oh, well, you're just gonna have to pay $60 a month.
1.75% of the premium. That's
Yeah,
it.
and then you have a fucking copay on top of that, and then prescriptions. But that was what got me with Obama, was when he said, you can keep your doctor, you can keep your plan.
Right.
You know, this is just gonna help out the people that don't have
Right.
healthcare. Bullshit, man.
Yeah.
He fucked it. He fucked us hard. But enough of that guy. We got Roy Clark, fucking dueling banjos guy, dude.
Mhm.
I liked him on Hee Haw. Billy Graham died.
Who is he? The Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah, Anthony Bourdain. He was a badass. I like that guy,
man,
dude.
Suicide.
Fucking, he had a
Big
badass.
in 2018,
Dude,
man.
and you know, that just goes to show you, man, fucking, you can be rich. You can have it all. He had a badass chick. He had a job where he traveled the world, got to eat fucking food, get fucked. You know, in a couple of those episodes, he gets fucked up drinking beers with these people and shit.
Yep. Yeah, I saw the show 2 days ago, and it was about a guy that jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge
Yeah.
and lived. And he's like a motivational speaker, and he's an advocate for suicide awareness and all that. But he was dealing with the demons, the voices in his head. He's still dealing with them today, but now he knows how to, you know. But he said when he got on that rail, and the second his foot left that rail, instant regret. You know, and out of the thousands of people that have jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge, he's like, I guarantee you every single one had that regret as soon as their foot left the railing.
Yeah.
And that hit me hard right there.
Well, that's like people that attempt suicide and they don't make it. Then you got people that attempted suicide 5 or 6 times and
Right.
haven't made it. I think they still have that will to live. That's why. So if you want to kill yourself, dude, you can probably do it.
Yep. Well, then you got that girl in Reading. She tried to kill herself, so she gets on I-5, heading southbound in the northbound lanes, and goes head on with the guy that was on his way for an interview. He's a doctor, and killed him. She lived. It's like, God dang, these people that want to kill themselves, handle it yourself. Actually, don't do it. I'm not promoting suicide, but God dang, if you're at that point, leave people alone, man.
Dude, yeah, that's like suicide bombers and these fucking... I don't get it, man.
Or, you know, go and kill your fucking wife and kids and then kill yourself. Leave them alone, man.
Yeah, I don't get it. But we got Burt Reynolds. He's another one.
Burt Reynolds,
Fucking
dude. Smoking
pimp,
the
dude.
Bandit. Watched that on the plane last week.
Dude, he's another guy that he was in Deliverance. That was one of my... I like that movie too, but was it Boogie Nights?
Mm-hmm.
That's probably his best movie he did.
Yeah.
Fucking... That's funny. I heard Mark Wahlberg in an interview say that the prosthesis they used for his wiener was actually Bert's. Mac Miller, to all you rappers out there. Penny Marshall from Laverne and Shirley.
Oh, dude, love Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah, I had a little milk and Coke that day she died, dude. Cause, dude, it's good. If you ever drink root beer floats, right?
Right.
Well, you know, you get the ice cream and the root beer at the end. That's
Right,
kind of
one of the best sips.
Dude, that's kind of what milk and Pepsi taste like
No
together.
way.
Yeah, dude, try it. It's pretty fucking good. And then the last one, a lot of people don't know about this, but Hillary Clinton died. Feel sad for a lot of people.
Yeah. Both of them.
Yeah.
All those people with the pink pussy hats.
Yeah, pink
Morning.
pussy fucker. Did you see the guy that's trying to buy vape products at the store? Dude, it's one of the best. The guy behind the counters, because he has a Trump shirt on, the guy's trying to buy it. And the guy behind the counter is a fucking total, libtard. And he fucking throws a tantrum. No, I will not sell you. No, get out of here. Get out of here. And the guy's calm. He's calm and he's recording it. And he's like, hey, man, this is capitalism. This is how it works. You're going to sell me that right there. And the guy actually touched him or told him, like, get out of here or something. And he's like, man, you just assaulted me. So you either need to sell me that stuff right there, or I'm calling the police. And I got it on video. You assaulted me. And the guy's fucking, he's a grown man throwing a tantrum like fucking, Dude, it's so good. Best 2 minutes of the day.
You're not tolerant.
Yeah. Oh, it's fucking great, dude. But I think, Charles Krauthammer. Yeah. I read one of his books. He's got a few. He was a correspondent, and he was kind of a moderate, dude. I mean, very rare now. You don't have moderates. You got extreme left, extreme right. But he's a pretty good dude, man. And if you didn't know it, he's in a wheelchair, dude. He's in a wheelchair for as you see him on Fox News or on CNN. I mean, he did all of them, but you wouldn't know he was in a wheelchair. But fucking something happened to him when he was young, dude, like in college days, and fucking put in a wheelchair. And he still wrote several books, was fucking renowned for his mind, dude, and the way he fucking put the ideas out there to people. So R.I.P. Charles Krauthammer, everyone that died.
Yeah.
So that's our little year into the review deal. What else do we got? What are you seeing?
Well, what do you want to do? You want to go camping, or
We'll go camping, dude.
do you want to go to the sporty?
Go ahead and tell it, dude. You can go one into another.
All right, so we had an annual, we call it a camping trip with Fraser's dad and his uncle.
We did it like 10 or 12 years, dude.
Yep, it is fun. Look forward to it every year. Well, my childhood, I didn't do a lot of drugs in high school. I smoked a little weed, drank occasionally, but I was a straight-laced kid. So I'd never done mushrooms. So we're up there camping in Bear Valley.
Yeah. We didn't really camp. We had
were in
like
a condo.
We had a 3-story condo that we called camping.
But it was camping. Yeah, we were roughing it. Yeah. Well, Fraser's got the mushrooms. I ain't never done it before. I'm like, all right, dude, let's do it. Well, his dad and his uncle, they had never done them either.
Yeah.
And so we get it, and like we eat it, and
it was an ounce. We cut up an ounce between 4 of us. So we each ate a 1/4 ounce.
So I'm not feeling anything right away. And then next thing you know, I think we were watching Star Trek.
Yeah.
And they stopped speaking English. And I remember thinking to myself, this is stupid. They don't even have subtitles. How are you supposed to know what they're saying? And so next thing you know, me and Fraser, we're on the ground. We're looking at the patterns in the floor, just fucking tripping, fucking giggling, laughing our asses off.
Couldn't stop laughing, yeah.
You look out at the deck, and his dad and his uncle are out there, and they're just kind of sitting in the chair looking out. And I'm like, God, are they even feeling it? So we go out and like, hey, you guys feel it?
Yeah.
And his dad's like, I don't feel nothing. The biggest grin on his face.
He was trying to stop from laughing. Yeah.
And his uncle, I don't see nothing on it except for these spiders. There's spiders everywhere.
Yeah. The fucking big ants on the wall over there. They're like 3 feet tall ants climbing on the wall, but they don't see nothing.
Man, it was beautiful. Me and Fraser, we went for a walk.
Well, we played hide and seek first.
Oh, well, no, because I got scared.
Yeah.
Because my face was hurting and my stomach was hurting from laughing too much. So I'm like, dude, I'm going to go fucking just chill out for a minute. I'm going to go lay down. So go downstairs. I'm laying in the bed and I'm kind of just sitting there giggling, thinking about Star Trek and the patterns on the floor and what his dad had said. And I see the door opening kind of slowly, and I'm sitting there watching Fraser, and he's not looking at me. He's got his eyes to the closet. So he's tiptoeing to the closet, and I'm watching all this. He opens the closet door, and then he shuts it. And I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? And all of a sudden, he fucking opens the door. He scared the shit out of himself in the closet. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, I was trying to scare you. I'm like, dude, I saw you walk in the door and get in the closet.
For real though, dude. When you're shrooming, you're in your own mind. You know, like you can only see like this far ahead of you.
Like this guy thinks he's invisible.
Yeah, I really did.
So then we go for the walk out to the meadow,
frisbee golf course. This was, yeah.
Yep, and we'd been there probably 3 or 4 days already at this point, and we're walking. And I remember just saying, how did they just put these flowers here? Because I hadn't noticed the flowers.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, dude, look at them. They're fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
And we were walking through this meadow together, looking at flowers, saying how beautiful they were and how much we loved each other.
Dude, it was great. It's a great experience, dude.
Oh, it was definitely fun. I've tried it once or twice since then. Nowhere close.
You know, you're chasing the dragon, dude. That's what it is. You're chasing the dragon, but I fucking think everybody should shroom at least once, dude. And do
Absolutely.
Definitely do it in the daytime.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you do it at night, you're dealing with shadows, and shadows aren't good. Like you said, when I was in the closet, I was going to wait it out till I seen Dan come by or whatever, but I was in the closet in the dark, and I started getting scared, so I fucking came out.
I'm going to cut the audio from this.
Yeah.
When I was in the closet.
Yeah. Back when I was straight. So that was a good camping story, dude. But
that was fun.
I love Lake Alpine, man. We went up there a couple weeks ago, and the lake was down like 15 feet, dude. Really? I've never seen it that low before. Like, you know our spot where we fished, that point right there?
Right.
The whole cove all the way back is fucking dirt.
Wow.
There's no, so you can totally see where we were casting and shit, you know?
Yeah, I went there, actually, wasn't even going to Alpine. Went to Spicer.
Mm-hmm.
Went on that 4x4 trip. Got a Jeep. But I didn't even know where we were going. We're up on this crazy ass trail. The sign on it didn't recommend small cars. And these boulders were like 2-3 feet tall. You're going over them in the Jeep and stuff. But we're on this road for like 4 hours. And next thing I know, I'm like, wait a minute, I know where we're at. You know, we went by that, where the band camp.
Yeah.
Once I saw that, I'm like, dude, this is it, man. Went and sat on the rock that we all fished at and fucking thought about our camping trips.
Hey, that was a good one too. Remember when I took a shit?
So this motherfucker, we're fishing. We're waking up 5 o'clock in the morning every day because we wanted to be on the water when the sun was coming up.
Yep.
So Fraser just has to fucking take his shit. I'm fishing. I'm not paying attention to nothing. He shits on the fucking side of the lake, right in the fucking corner on these rocks. Probably one of the most important rocks because those are the rocks you go to when you land a fish.
Yeah, when you land a fish. Yep.
So I got a fish. I go down. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm cleaning my hands off or whatever, but I kind of put my hands back and I go to get up and I fucking look at my hand. Dude, I got fucking Fraser shit on my fucking hands. It wasn't even funny, dude. I was so fucking pissed off. I'm like, dude, what are you doing, dude?
Dude, I had to take a shit.
There's fucking trees everywhere. We're in the fucking forest, dude, and you're gonna shit right where we are.
I use the water to wipe my ass, dude. You know? Then my dad stepped in it. Because we had to go to the same spot to get the fish. I wasn't thinking ahead, but when my dad's down there trying to pull a fish up, he steps in it, and he's fucking mad. He's a tough cookie to break. Once he gets pissed, he's pissed the whole fucking day, man.
His face gets so red.
Yeah.
I love Cliff.
We had a saying going like, "Hey, you know what time it is?" And then he said, they'd look to see what time it is. I said, "Hey, it's time for you to put your dick in my mouth," or time for me to put, you know. So we get Cliff pissed off, and he's so pissed off, but he tries to get us, and he's like, "Hey, you guys know what time it is?" So what time is it, Dad? And he goes, "It's time for you to put your dick in my mouth." He says it backwards. And he's like, "Oh, fuck. Shit." So, okay, come here, Dad. Let me put my dick in your mouth. That was a good one, dude. But, there's another good story. This is when me and Michelle broke up and got divorced the first time. Well, that night, fucking called Dan, and it was like, "Ding dong, the witch is dead. The big bad witch, the wicked witch." And I said, "Hey, man, let's go out and get some beers and stuff." And we went to the Sporty, and fucking, it was happening. It was college championship. It just happened. Texas, I think it was Texas A&M won the championship, or I forget who won. But there was a kid in there that had the Texas hat on, and you can tell he's from Elk Grove. He's just fucking front running, being a fucking asshole, you know. We're like a beer in, right? I mean, we barely had one beer. And we went to this Sporty all the time, so we knew the bartenders, we knew the fucking bouncers, all that kind of shit. And this fucking kid, I'll let you pick it up from there. This fucking kid comes up, starts funk, man.
Well, to start, I didn't have a hard on for the guy at first. He wasn't different than anyone else in there. What I noticed was he was kind of picking on an older guy.
Yeah.
The dude, remember, he had like the Australian hat on.
Yeah, the fucking.
And I heard him say, "If that guy comes up to me again, I'm gonna fucking knock his ass out." And I'm like, God, dude, the dude's old. He's just dancing. I think what he did is he asked one of the ladies of that guy's party to dance. And he's like, "Get the fuck out of here. If that guy comes over again, I'm gonna fucking knock his ass out." So didn't think nothing of it, just that guy's a dick. Had that in my head.
Yeah.
So we have a couple more beers, and we go out to the back patio area. I don't know. Did I smoke then? Maybe I think I might have been smoking then when I was drinking.
Yeah.
But I remember we went out to the back patio. Nothing's fucking big. Nothing's going on. We go to come back inside, and the guy in front of me kind of stops walking. I bumped into him. I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, bro." And the guy turns around. It's the Texas guy.
Yeah.
And he fucking looks at me all fucking crazy. And I unloaded on him, dude. I just one word, bap! And he fucking folded. And I'm like, "Oh, cool."
Yeah, he fucking got knocked silly, dude. I mean, he just fucking, like Cyborg, he just fucking.
I didn't think nothing of it, so I just fucking walked away and went back and grabbed my beer and started drinking. And the bouncer comes up and he's like, "Hey, man, you gotta go." I'm like, "What? That guy's a dick." And he's like, "I know, I've been watching him all night." Yeah, he is a dick, but you've been involved in the fight, dude. You gotta go.
Yep.
So I'm like, fuck. So I go outside, and I'm missing Fraser. I'm like, "Well, where the fuck is he at?" So I'm standing outside waiting. The bouncer's out there. And I'm waiting for Fraser. And who comes out? Texas A&M guy, dude.
Yeah.
He comes out, and now he's fucking pissed. He's looking at me all fucking crazy. And he's in front of the bouncer. I'm behind the bouncer. And he's fucking yelling, saying shit, and I'm just smiling at him, fucking blowing him fucking kisses.
Yeah.
And I just remember fucking going over the bouncer's shoulder.
I remember it too. You reached right over his shoulder.
Fucking knocked him out again. The best thing about this one was his girlfriend was behind him and was trying to hold him up, but he was folding like.
Yeah, she had his shirt in his hand, and then he fell, and she's standing there. He's laying down. She's holding his shirt still, like.
If Frazier comes up, you just got knocked the fuck out again. And then it was just fucking. After that, it was melee.
It was because he had like eight people in his 8 dudes, and then like probably another 10 chicks in his party.
Yep.
So everybody comes outside. I'm fighting this guy. Dan's fighting a couple guys over there. And what happened was I had this fucking guy in a headlock, and I'm getting on him, and this other guy's kicking me, punching me. And then all of a sudden, when everybody rushed out of the bar, I was in the middle of a punch like this, and I had my arm over the fucking
curb.
The curb, yeah. And this lady falls on my arm, and I heard it. It was like, and I was like, oh, fuck. So I let this guy go. I wait till they pull everybody off the pile, and I get up, and my fucking arm's fucking dangling. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So I go like this. I go over the pile where Dan's fighting, and I'm one-handed grabbing people. Hey, I got to go to the hospital. I get Dan up, and he's like, what the fuck you doing, man? And I'm like, dude, we need to go to the hospital. He's like, why? And I said, I broke my arm. He's like, you didn't break your arm. I'm like, look it. I fucking let it loose. So he's like, oh shit, we better go to the hospital.
So we get to the hospital, and we're in the emergency room waiting area. We've already said he's there. He broke his arm. They're like, okay, take a seat. And there's nothing. And then I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And Frazier just starts going, oh!
Loud. I started getting loud.
Way loud, dude. So, of course, then they come over and they take him back to us.
Yeah.
Back to the room where they see you, in the triage room, I guess. So we're sitting in there a while, and they take him to X-ray. And then they come back, and we're bullshitting. They come back, and you got people like the orderlies and the maintenance guys and nurses going, like, looking in the room. Because, like, oh, that's the guy.
Yeah.
That's the guy. So they come back with the X-rays. Dude, the thing, it's broke. It's broke. Ugly. It's jagged. And the nurse says, sir, I'm going to have you, go out into the waiting room now. And Frazier, again, hasn't said shit this whole fucking time except for the ohs. He's like, no, fuck that. That's my life partner.
Yeah.
And there's like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So next thing you know, I'm signing all his medical releases and getting the VIP treatment.
Yeah, they fucking, they were going to throw him out, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, no, sorry, sir. Here you go. You need something to drink? Would you like some food?
Yeah, dude, give me apple juice, man.
Yeah. That's where it was running around work that we were life partners for a while, and that's where life partner shit came from, dude.
Yep. I told one or two people at work about the story and the life partners, and we've been life partners ever since.
Blew up, dude.
Yeah.
That was a good story, though, man. It's a good time.
That was a good time.
So I guess we'll close out the camping and broken arm. Go to. We just had it, dude. So this is our first annual one after the Christmas holiday and shit. We got all our buddies together from work and stuff, and we had a Christmas party.
Yeah, it was a legit
after
Christmas party.
Yeah,
but it was after Christmas, and it was supposed to be at our buddy Matt's house.
Yeah.
But he was up at the fires for like 2 weeks, so his house was in shambles, and so he said, well, let's go do it at Bull Wings. Well, part of the problem is we wanted this to be kind of like an ugly Christmas costume type party. So
we all bought outfits and shit.
Yeah, we bought it for the party, so we're like, fuck it.
We're wearing them. To Bull Wings. If you don't know, Bull Wings is like a bar, food, restaurant, establishment kind of place.
Lots of the 20 something year olds there.
A lot of millennials, yeah.
Yeah, the judgmental, young kids. So we definitely stood out. That's for sure.
Yeah, I bought a Santa Claus outfit, so I was just dressed like Santa Claus.
Dude, you rock Santa, dude. You rock Santa.
And everybody loves Santa, dude. I walked in there, though, At first, I wasn't expecting it. I was just like, we're going to a bar, no biggie. But then everybody heads turn. Everybody's looking. Every time I get up, and I could tell people are like, "Oh, Santa, can you? I didn't get what I wanted for Christmas."
I gotta say, disappointed with Mama.
Yeah.
And Matt's old lady, dude.
Katie, yeah.
Yep. Neither one of them fucking dressed up.
They didn't dress up yet.
Were they gonna dress up if it was at Matt's?
Yeah, because Mama was gonna do bad. We're gonna be bad Santa. She was gonna be like dressed up kind of hoey,
Ugh.
And then Katie actually had that outfit Matt was wearing.
Right.
Katie has a dress that matches it, but she didn't rock it.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. So the white elephant.
Yeah.
White elephant, dude. So we're doing a white elephant. Everyone brings a gift, just regular stock rules. And it's time for white elephant. We all draw numbers and stuff. And we start opening gifts. Well, our friends probably had the best ideas.
Yeah.
Dude, they brought naughty gifts, man. Naughty.
Anal plugs, fucking Astroglide.
Yep.
We got the Cannon Knights whip.
Yeah. I got the like the chainsaw little thing with the different anal things. You fucking stick them in.
So you didn't use it yet?
No, I haven't used it.
I know, because I seen you walk in. If you had used it, you wouldn't be walking like that.
I'm still not shitting right ever since I got back from Mexico, dude. So I'm afraid. I didn't even think I could do that first one.
You shit your pants, dude. I'm serious about that fourth ball. Right to the fifth ball, you're like, pressure.
No, man, that was fun, and that was fun gifts.
Yeah,
those ones.
I could tell. I think Katie brought the shit poo slippers.
Oh no, that was Aaron.
Oh, Aaron did?
Yeah.
Katie was on it though. She was like, I want that.
On the socks, buddy Matt had his face,
imprinted
on the socks, dude. I want some of those socks, dude.
That was pretty good, dude.
Yeah, I'll get you a pair with my picture on them for Christmas next year.
I wanted. That's why I got it. I got that the Run DMC glasses with the chain. I mean, it's like instant party. Like you're fucking Run DMC.
And that got stolen twice, dude.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Fucking
Marco.
But it's first annual deal, so people know now what kind of bring your A game for the fucking white elephant.
Oh, absolutely.
All adults and shit. And dude, our bar tab was $508.
I know. I thought I was being generous. I'm like, oh, here's $100. That should cover ours. I had to dip in for more.
You know what it was? Because we got a bunch of like Jameson picklebacks. Well, they charge you for 2 shots, even though it's pickle juice. They charge you for a second.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's 2 drinks. That's where it added up, because we did that twice, and then Matt ordered that Red Bull and something else.
Yeah.
There's 2 drinks there, so when you order 9, you're actually paying for 18.
Jesus Christ.
And we paid for 18 3 separate times right there.
Right.
So. What is that, dude? That's 36, 52. It's 52 hard liquor shots.
See, and I thought the manager guy was just being hella cool. He came over and gave us a $25 gift card, but I think he was trying to prepare us for the sticker shock.
Yeah, because he knew fucking. I was just thinking the pickleback is just a pickleback. Like I don't know, you throw an olive in on a fucking drink or something. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I didn't know they were gonna charge us another shot for it.
Yep.
Because I would have rather had another shot of Jameson rather than fucking pickle juice. But no, that was cool. And I think everybody should do that, man. I talked to Weller about this before. Like, if you're really not into the religious or the Jesus part of Christmas, it makes complete sense, dude, to have your family do Christmas the week after Christmas.
Right.
Because everything right now is on sale.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that you bought for Christmas is on sale now.
Yep.
I don't care if it's shoes or fucking socks or lights or whatever. It's fucking on sale.
Yeah, and if it's Christmas related, it says Christmas on it, it's at least 50%.
Oh, yeah. Straight up, man, because we're planning on this next year, we're going to do from the mailbox all the way around in lights.
Nice.
So we're going to be that house next year. They're like, oh, we got to go see that house. Because we got some couple neighbors that threw up some more lights than we had, and we're like, oh, that ain't happening. No. We got to have the competition.
Game on.
Yep. And the court next to us over here, everybody in that court blew it up. I mean, they did it bad, so we'll have double courts then next year. But it's what you got coming, neighbors. You just don't know it. Well, we'll close out Christmas party, man. Oh, dude, I think the big thing this week, man, is especially here in California, because I don't know if you know it, bro, but we got a pretty good following in Japan.
Really?
Yeah. Got, I think it's 23 Japanese students that watch the show every week.
Oh, shoo.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. I don't know what's up. I know I said what's up to you guys, but here in California, and it happens. I want to say it. They said it happens like every 50. Oh yeah, every 58 hours, officer is killed in the United States.
Right.
That just fucking blows me away.
Yep.
That number, but so you had an proper legal immigrant, Officer Singh,
Mm-hmm.
came to America, became an American citizen, started to raise a family. He had a 5-month-old son, and he's fucking killed in a traffic stop with an illegal DUI guy. This guy ends up shooting him, shoots him dead. Christmas. It was Christmas night or Christmas Eve.
Is the day after Christmas.
Day after Christmas.
In the early morning. So basically, it was Christmas night.
Christmas night, yeah.
Just past midnight.
And he fucking kills this guy. An illegal immigrant kills a fucking righteous immigrant.
Right.
Guy that did shit right, man. And I know we're not going to stop 100% of illegal immigration. But from everything I see, man, where there is a wall, it works.
Right.
It works. So what do? They fucking go around to another spot where there's a weak spot in the wall, or, like you were saying something about the tunnels earlier.
Yeah, some liberal politician started a GoFundMe page to build tunnels underneath Trump's wall. If you're American, you got to put America first, and especially our politicians. It's not a smorgasbord country. It's like everybody wants to come here for a reason, because of the culture, because of the opportunity, and you have to be a sovereign nation in order for that to work.
Yeah. You have borders for a reason, man. But
this might be off subject, but it's not off subject. I just don't know how the wall is going to work, and I'm a proponent for the wall, but you have to have better enforcement within the walls.
Yeah.
You've got to be able to weed people out.
Well, I've heard it said too, like 90% of the illegals come through in vehicles.
Right.
The child trafficking occurs in vehicles.
Right.
The drug trafficking occurs in vehicles. But when you have a wall, like, look, I just learned this week. It's going to blow your fucking mind. You know how long the Great Wall of China is?
No.
13,171 miles.
Wow.
13,000 miles, dude.
How many miles do we need from Texas to California?
2,000.
And we can't do that. And
dude,
how long ago was the Great Wall built?
And if you look at the Great Wall, dude, it's like 40 feet tall. It's like fucking 20 feet wide. I mean, it's a big fucking giant structure, dude. And they did that back in, I don't know, 3,000 years ago, whatever it was. Fucking, we can't build a wall. Come on, man.
Yeah.
And with technology and shit, and there's tunnels. You remember that show Weeds?
Yep.
So they go in like a donut shop in Mexico, and they come up in a fucking
nail salon.
Yeah, nail salon in fucking LA. And if that shit's on the fucking on a show, that shit's really happening.
Right.
So I mean, they need better technology, dude. Flood those tunnels. Do something. Fucking. You just gotta stop it, man. And here's the other thing. So if illegals weren't hired, if you didn't hire illegals to work, right?
Mm-hmm.
They would have no way to fucking make an income here other than suck off the system.
Right.
And that was my point, I was making to you about California and Mexico. So when we had the California war, the war for California,
right.
America won. And that's why we got California, and that's why it's part of the United States. But ever since then, and mainly the last 100 years or so, fucking Mexico's been winning a war that California doesn't even know it's in.
Right.
Look at Los Angeles County. Look at San Diego. These areas right by the border. There's an influx, and I mean it's probably 70% Hispanic in those areas. And that's fine, but most of it is illegal.
Right.
But in California, you also have the opportunity to vote if you have a driver's license. And what they do 2 years ago,
they gave the illegals driver's license.
Gave illegals driver's license. So don't tell me there's no voting fraud, because I guarantee you that shit goes on, dude.
Absolutely, but the liberals, they're not going to address it. But I'll guarantee you, if the Mexicans or anybody that came over here illegally was voting for Republicans or
Yeah.
conservatives,
Yeah.
then come on now.
Yeah, it would be fixed. Or like I've heard it said, like if you come over illegally and you're caught illegally, you can't vote for 10 years, right?
Right?
That would stop it. But that just them saying that you can't vote for 10 years tells you that they are voting.
Right.
You know, and San Francisco had it this last go around in the where they allowed everyone, legal or not, to fucking vote for local shit. You know, schools, fucking all that kind of school board, all that kind of shit. They fucking let it go down in San Francisco, man. You look at any big city, show me any big city that fucking doesn't have an illegal immigration or homeless problem, because they're tied together.
Right.
We got hundreds of thousands of homeless people, man, that fucking are fucking our system up. They're fucking our streets up. Look, have you ever been to the yard in San Francisco?
Yeah.
They fucking got the homeless tents all the way around it.
All the way around it smells like shit.
Smells like
there is
piss.
shit everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ugly. And San Francisco is a beautiful city.
Yeah.
It was. But I went there probably about 8 months ago to a baseball game. Would that make it 8 months ago?
Yeah.
I feel like it was October.
Yeah.
Last October. So fuck. And anyways, you can't even walk down the street, man. The homeless, the crazies, you can't walk down the street without feeling uncomfortable.
And see, you know there's crazy, man. I mean, I know there's crazies, and we don't have the asylums and shit like we used to. But most of the crazy shit is caused by drug use, which is causing homelessness, right? So that's why I came up with the idea, like, we need to find jobs that tweakers can do so they can go to work. You have, like, a tweak break where you go get tweaked and do your fucking drugs and shit, and you go back to work.
Yeah. They can do,
They're
like,
fucking
really
hard.
Technical, tedious
They
things.
can fucking work for IKEA, dude.
Yeah.
Put IKEA furniture together, dude. I mean, they can figure it out, bro. I mean, it is what it is. But I think that's how you stop the problem, is by working or not working. Because if illegals didn't have the ability to work, then they would stop coming.
Right. I mean, work visas, I think, is the answer.
Dude, and that's one of the problems, too, though. They overstay their work visas.
And that is a big problem, but there has to be more oversight.
Yeah.
You know, and if you break the terms of your visa, then you can't come back.
Dude, and I think a big deal of it is, bro, is they like that it's broken. Otherwise, they would have fixed it. They like that it's broken, man.
Yep.
So that's why Trump is a fucking... He should never have been president, dude.
No.
He didn't play the game. And that's why they hate him so much, dude, is because he showed that the Americans, the people,
Right.
actually voted him in.
Right.
We made it happen as American people. We took that power away from the politicians, and they don't want us to feel like we could do that. They don't want us to know that we have the ability to do this shit.
Right.
And, you know, given he's probably not the best person or have personality,
Right.
but the shit that he's already accomplished, you know, he's done a lot as a president already. It's just, you don't see it. There was $100 billion grant he gave to inner city blacks. You didn't see that on CNN?
Never
You didn't
heard
see
of
that? It happened 2 weeks ago. $100 billion he gave towards the improving of cities like Chicago, Detroit, these overrun cities that $100 billion, dude. And that's a big fucking deal, man.
Yeah.
If you're whining about $5 billion for a wall, why aren't they whining about this $100 billion for inner city shit, dude? It's because he wants it.
He wants it, and then they want their base.
Yeah. The easiest way for Trump to get the wall built is to say, you know what? Let's not build a wall. That's a dumb idea. Let's don't do it. And then the Democrats would be like, fuck that. We're building a wall.
Hey, it was a great idea when Obama said it. It was a great idea when Chuck Schumer said it.
Yep.
It was a
Feinstein.
great idea when Feinstein, Pelosi.
Yeah.
When they said it, it was a great idea. Now, you racist motherfucker.
Yeah.
Look
exactly.
at you.
Exactly, man.
Bigot.
It's not going away. And, you know, I'm getting to a point now, too, where I realize that it is just a game. And they just do this shit to kind of occupy our minds about stuff.
Right.
So we're not keeping our eye on what's really going on.
Right.
That's part of it, man. That's a big game. But shit, man, I think we knocked almost all of it out, bro.
Damn.
Hour goes quick, huh?
Flies by, bro.
See, you did good, man. Proud of you. I appreciate everyone watching this last show this year. We'll fucking see you next year. By the way, this was Dan's song. Come on now.